AYO, it's Daeni, and today I want to talk about the Glock 44, one of my favorite guns to fire. This gun right here gives you all the things you need and a little bit of the things you don't. So let's start with the whole shape of it. This right here is similar to the Glock 19, and it is a fully polymer weapon. Even the slide is, I think it's coated with polymer. But don't quote me. If you need to know, go check it out on the website. It has a lot of graffiti on it, as you can see. You're gonna get these fancy schmancy Glock 44 everywhere on the barrel, which is all steel, all metal. You get this little fake cutout for Lord knows what. But everything else about this pistol looks similar to the Glock 19. Now, what do I like about it? Well, for one, it has a flared magazine well, which is always a perfect addition to any weapon that you plan on carrying or practice to shoot. The magazine is nice and girthy. Definitely, as you can see, it is a 10 round. Now, I can't guarantee that they have magazines that carry more, but this works well and it's easy to load, as you can see in the video in the beginning. Secondly, the thing I like about this is the fact that well, you know, obviously it's a 22, so there is little to no recoil. It has a Picatinny rail, but it has that useless Picatinny rail that most Glocks come with, where it only has one slot, and you could barely put a flashlight or a light on it. So it kind of defeats the purpose. But oh, from the jump though, when you get this and you open the box, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get a Glock and some magazines and pure fun. Everything else, all the bells and whistles, you might as well wait for Christmas, because for the rest of the year, during the off season, you ain't getting nothing but the gun and this. They do come with some things like a lock and I think a barrel lock or barrel check, whatever those people call these things, for safety. But when you have a Glock, who cares about safety, huh? Am I right? I'm probably wrong. But the point is this. You're going to get this Glock. You're going to enjoy it. I've heard rumors that said that this guy has a lot of problems as far as firing. I didn't have that experience, and I've probably put around 500 rounds through this weapon. So with that much said, as far as firing is concerned, I don't have a big issue with that. Now, it shares a common issue that all Glocks seem to have, and that is the breakdown of the weapon. This piece right here is relatively difficult to remove, and you know, it's not exactly the funnest experience when you're trying to break the weapon down, because you gotta like bring it, lock it, fire it. I mean, if you do it enough and you're used to it, that's not that big of a deal. But when you're starting, it could be a little bit of a distraction, you know. So with that said, you know, how do I think about the Glock 44? I think it's a pretty dope gun. Do I recommend it? Absolutely, especially at the price that 22 rounds are going, since that's a new 9. So 22, since 22 LR are the new 9mm, it's only wise, it's only natural that, you know, you get yourself a Glock 44 or something that shoot 22 and go to the range and have fun with it. You get the same feel, the same girth as you would firing a regular Glock 19, which is similar to a Glock 17. Basically, all Glocks have the same profile, so you're not really going to be missing anything as far as feel in the hand. Now, as far as weight, it's a little bit lighter, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. So, if you feel like you need a heavier gun, well, that's on you. The sights on this now, it's pretty dope, because, you know, you get that even if you're supposed to be focusing on this guy. So let's see if we can make it focus on the front. Since we can't, you're going to take my word for it. It's a pretty nice little sights. Pretty accurate too. As far as it's up to 50 yards, I think you're going to get yourself a pretty good, well, if you practice, you're probably going to hit the target. So I'm not going to say 50 yards, anyone's going to be pretty good. That's kind of an overstatement. If you are using this though and you train, you definitely hit your target at 50 yards. And if you transition to like maybe a 9mm or a 10 mil or 40 Smith & Wesson or something like that, whatever you use. I think that, you know, as far as feel is concerned and how to grip the gun and how much potential to put on the weapon, you'll be fine with that. So with that said, I give the Glock 22 a go. In fact, it is one of my favorite Glocks to fire, since it's the only one I have, really. And yeah, in fact, it's one of my favorite pistols to fire, even more than my everyday carry, just because of how easy it is on the wrist. Now, the 9mm ain't that difficult, but this is easier, and you know, I might be lazy. Call me lazy if you want, but I just prefer it. With that said, there is nothing else to really share about this. It is your typical pistol. I mean, it has all of the generic features that you're going to find in a pistol. Pretty generous magazine release, a trigger with a safety on it, right there. A trigger with the safety on it. You get your slide lock right here is ambidextrous. You get the takedown lever right here, also ambidextrous. Some good gimping, what I call on my knives, but you get a lot of traction from the front and the back. You get good sights, easy to break down, and breakdowns like your traditional 9mm or traditional guns, compared to some other 22s, which is make it a little bit more difficult to break the weapon down. So you know, you get that awkwardness out of the way immediately when you get this. And yeah, it's pretty much basic Glock, really. So if you're in the market for a 22, especially now, given the conditions that we're facing right now with ammo and weapons, you might want to pick this up. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Leave some comments down below. Thank you.